I want to identify 3 factors why the LGBT community is different when they are thinking of buying real estate. Hello, my name is Peter Charlton. I'm not going to talk about the craze and the merits of it. No, I've done another video on buying real estate. This is only on the 3 factors that make the LGBT buyer different than the heterosexual buyer. The first, guess what? We don't have kids. And everybody says we need more space at home. My husband's at home, my partner's at home, my wife's at home, and the kids are at home. And our house is too small. Well, guess what? In the LGBT, we don't have as many kids, and the fact that do we need a bigger house today? Our needs for bigger real estate is much less than our heterosexual brothers and sisters. So they're out buying because they need a house today, and they're willing to pay a crazy price for that house because they need a bigger house today. We don't need that. We should be thinking longer term. Yes, we possibly could use a bigger house, but do we need it now? We don't have that space changing factor as the heterosexual market does. The second thing is, when I'm out talking to young gays, they have a feeling they need to buy right now. Well, guess what? A lot of them aren't ready. Statistics show that gays find partners later, about 5 years later on average, than in the heterosexual world. So don't buy a house too early if you haven't got a partner or you're just dating. Wait and figure it out if it's a firm relationship, if you're in that stage. The third factor that I want to bring to people's attention is that gays find their careers on average, the statistics show, about 8 to 10 years later than heterosexuals do. Why that is, who knows? Maybe because we come out and it takes a little bit more time to adjust to society, but we really come out and we find our good, secure job later. And so that factor should play into when we buy a house. We should have a secure job before we buy a house. We should not be buying just because they think there's a shortage of houses. There's no shortage of houses. Those 3 factors are things that we don't talk about. So don't get influenced by the heterosexual buying when we should be thinking about our marketplace, which is very different. So please consider those 3 factors when you're out thinking about buying a house. My email is peter@petercharlton.ca. Thank you for listening.